Hey guys, and welcome back to another segment of Good Game Sky. I am still working on that, but today we are going to do something special. We're going to actually play a dating sim game. Huzzah! Yes, thank you very much. So today, I guess, on itch.io, found this dating sim game called Flamebait. And as it says, dating sim game. So we're going to develop our feelings as well as games. Pretty nice, right? So this is actually made and by raccoons. I gotta look them up. But they're by a group with a raccoon in their name, and essentially all these game dev guys in the game are based off of actual people. Now these people are fictional still, so you only get like maybe their outlook, I assume. So the game was made as an April Fool's joke and might not actually be continued on, but it seems like it might get a fan base, and I will join that fan base depending on how much I like it. I see this character down here looking like Aaron. Attack on Titan. Okay, let's get this started. Let's find my dream boat. Alright. Welcome to Flame Jam. It's good to have you on board. It's busier than ever this year, so we made these cute little name tags for everyone to carry. Could you please write your name here, or press the enter key if you can't be bothered? What do you want everyone to call you? Just call me Sky, because why not, right? Oh, Sky. That's a good name. Thanks. Looks pretty neat in that glittery orange ink. Okay, yeah, I know. Look, it's the last pen I had lying around. Cut me some slack. I mean, I'm sorry, my guy. I actually like orangey glitter. I just work here because I want to meet cool devs. Could you tell me which pronouns to jot down here? Alright, let's, I am a he and him. Yep, that seems about right. He, him? Or is your handwriting just that bad? He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. I kid. You should be all set now. Go on. Event's starting soon, unless you want to be the one person holding up the crowd for no good reason. It's with a nervous gulp that you push past the counters and through the short hallway. Oh yeah, this is the music, bro. You're finally in. The massive hall sprawls out before your eyes. The rooms, which once held various educational and cultural expos, now hold an eye-boggling amount of tables and extensive cables. So many cables, in fact, that you see someone trip over them every other second. Like an unruly piece of spaghetti code, they tangle ominously and eventually disappear off somewhere. Isn't that the case? For a moment, you pity the IT guy who has to fix all of this. But then the excitement of being here takes over again, as you're reminded of the event you're attending. The most prestigious, long-running, ambitious game jam of the year, the Flame Jam. Located in the middle of the actual nowhere, Sweden, and hosted by a talented team of 5 devs, and a mysterious cat? I want to see where this cat is. There's a grand prize of fermented fish, a whole array of skilled devs who are ready to sink their teeth into their project any second, and some acceptable music humming in the background. To say you're excited is an understatement. Oh, that's me. Speaking of which, you catch a glimpse of the flame devs near the central stage in all their fiery glory. Hey, there's the dream boats. Alright, I see it. They got that nice little color palette. My heart skips a beat. That's crazy. They are far more attractive than the profiles on their website ever suggested. Faces alight with determination, surrounded by the subtle awkwardness that comes with being a dev in the first place. You're entranced. Hushed whispers ripple through the crowd around you, a testament to the buildup of excitement in the room. As you catch another glimpse of the devs on stage, you pause. The leftmost man, exuding blonde Swedish countryside farmer energy, looks awfully familiar. Not in the good way. Soon, your stomach sinks low as you realize that is a specific blonde with his crinkling blue eyes and cheeky grin is nobody other than your high school sweetheart. God dang. Who knew? Who knew my sweetheart was gonna be right here? Breaker of hearts, music connoisseur extraordinaire, excessive consumer of unholy vape flavors such as peanut butter and pizza crackers. Victor. Alright, so my boy name is Victor. Okay. High school sweetheart, awkward. Your first instinct is to shrink back into the crowd, hoping he didn't notice your awkward staring. Then comes the urge to bolt straight out of the room. Something tells you that you shouldn't be feeling this embarrassed, but you can hardly help yourself. How did you not notice this sooner when you borrowed their profiles? Oh, sorry, browsed. It's true. How can I not notice Victor, my guy? Before you can make up your mind, the signature screen of a microphone being adjusted. Oh, screech. Sorry guys, I'm reading. It's terrible today. Signature screech of a microphone being adjusted cuts through the room's chatter until a distinctly warm, airy voice begins talking. The comforting tenure? The comforting tenure belongs to the man you presume to be the CEO himself, Matthias. Okay, that's your boy Matthias. Okay, got the little Flame Jam shirt on. It's a nice shirt. I would like to get one of those. I see most of you okay, let me try and put on a Matthias voice. I see most of you had made it here in one piece. Good. A few lone cheers erupt from the back of the crowd as it seems the room taking in the amount of attendees. I won't bore you with this administrative rigmarole. We all know why you're here, and that we need to be more or less civil with each other in order to make this work. Oh, that little grin, yeah. But we do have a little surprise for you this year. His eyes twinkle with excitement. How would you like to join our flaming hot crew for this jam? The crowd roars. Oh yeah, it's time for me to be part of the dreamboat. That's right. We'll pick out one name at random from all participants, and one lucky winner will be able to hop on board with us and enjoy the jam. Your heart feels like a drumming to the Norse black metal. Everything happens a little too quickly for you to process. The screams, the projector flashing on the reveal, the randomizer program, the devs waiting to press the button just long enough to drive the crowd wild, and the slow shuffling of letters to reveal a name that looks very much like yours. But surely that can't be right. It's been a sort of fever dream already, and now events of words blur into a thick, barely coherent mass that swirls around your mind. Could this really be happening? Matthias calls out your name once and then twice. Your voice is trapped under a knot in your throat, unable to answer. And it's just as he's about to give up and re-randomize the name that your hand shoots up, and you muster the strength to yell out, I'm here. All eyes are on you, including all pairs of eyes belonging to the Flamebait crew, who observe you with varying degrees of curiosity. So you are. If you didn't know better, you think he could just held himself back from telling a joke of the dad variety, and then he motions you up to the stage, and you find yourself wandering up to next to them, sweating so profusely that you have to wipe your hands several times on the fabric of your pants before accepting any forms of handshake. Ew, but it's understandable. My boy is nervous. Hey. Welcome aboard, Sky. He said my name. He flashes a smile worthy of a toothpaste advertisement. Before we get you introduced to the team, how about we announce this year's theme? Matthias shoots the man with a loose man bun and far too fancy suit, a knowing look, and said man steps forward with a little orange envelope. He tears through it with practiced fluidity and eventually unfolds a sheet of A4 with a single word printed on it, holding it out for all to see. This year's theme is Baguette. What? With the crowd buzzies itself with confused laughter and chatter about what just got announced. You turn to catch a peek of the man with the envelope. He's staring right back, lidded eyes unwavering, so intense that you forget to breathe for a second. It's as if he's looking right through your very being. That's that Aaron eyes, my guys. That's the Aaron eyes. You see right there? Really piercing. You can't figure out what he's thinking at all, and you don't dare blink. In fact, it's starting to strain your eyes. You're getting to that very strange point where your competitive streak forbids you from losing this impromptu staring contest, and oh wow, you're uncomfortable. It's him who turns away first, expression unreadable. Victor's the one who pulls you out of the reverie. Reverie? Reverie, with a very awkward tap on the shoulder.
Yo.
Not the yo. Okay, Victor. His smile is so forced that you feel compelled to return it, and uncomfortable silence immediately seeps in between you. Quick! Need to say something smart! Hey. Okay, never mind. Are you okay? He asked tentatively, in the same way he always did. You'd feel nostalgic if not for how strange everything seemed right now. We're on our way down. You coming? Yeah, of course. I'll be right there. Oh, flip. It's the Dreamboat team. Once you're away from the prying eyes of the crowd, you can breathe a little easier. You follow behind the team, scuttling to more secluded table. Everyone then proceeds to flop with the grace of hippos into tiny wooden chairs that might as well be for primary school kids. Truly, peak comfort and back support. You can already feel every joint in your body protest. Among the exceedingly polite Swedish banter going around, some of your new teammates turn to face you smiling. Okay, I'm getting some eyes. One of them is Matthias, and the other bears a striking resemblance to him, though he seems less flamboyant than the CEO himself. Sky, allow us to introduce ourselves properly and give you an idea of exactly you got yourself into. His laughter is warm and infectious in a way you can't explain. I'm the boss man around these parts, but we technically don't do the boss man thing, so you're free to call me what you wish. We're all just buddies here. Right. Matthias? You test the name with a touch of uncertainty. Yes. I won't bite. He's so charming. You're almost wary of it. No, I suspect not. Your nervousness makes you want to reach down to fiddle with the hem of your shirt. Suddenly, his eyes flash at you with something you can't only describe as mischief and a hint of amusement. Aw, you know something? You're looking a little pale. What? Are you perchance deficient of vitamin me? He's straight up fingers gunning at you now. What if I am? Oh my. I don't know what to do, guys. I just did it. Matthias is taken off guard by your answer, and he assesses you with a newfound curiosity, though that melts away rather quickly in favor of his trademark broad grin. Interesting. What if indeed? But I'm just kidding. I don't believe it's very appropriate of me to hit on our new recruit right away, is it? To your surprise, you feel a twinkle of disappointment, although there is an undeniable part of you that feels just a bit proud for flustering someone like him. No, of course. Before he can get the chance to answer, his look-alike clears his throat, uncomfortable with the display. Don't worry about it. I don't know how to do this, so I'm just going to start saying it in like a regular voice. Don't worry about my brother. The man in blue swoops right in to save you with further embarrassment. He seems mildly amused too, not unlike his brother, but mostly apologetic. He holds out his hand for your shake. He has the solid grip of a programmer who has transcended the concept of stress itself.
Hey.
Nicholas, I'm the one who deals with the unruly code around these parts. You return the introduction with a nod. I have an important question for you, Sky. Do you play board games? Or wield a sword? Maybe you're more one for grueling strategy campaigns that last months on end? Further confusion floods your senses. Why do you ask? We shall do. One of us must come out on top. He's dead serious, and you wonder if this is the way he usually starts conversations. You make a mental note to study up on word domination games later. Oh, world, sorry. World domination games later. That's a deal, then. We'll duel. Duel. Nice. Well, contrary to his brother, Nicholas doesn't seem much for conversation. Either that or programmer's awkwardness is kicking in. He's content with the silence, but are you? I don't know what to do, so do I tell him you're going to win, ask about his necklace, or say nothing? You know, I'm just going to say nothing, because if he's being quiet, I think I should be quiet too. You decided to go against forcing conversation. After all, enjoying silence is important too. Besides, this way you can avoid horrific outcomes such as making a comment about something he may or may not find offensive, or worse, accidentally talking about the weather. A true Swedish evasion tactic. When you peek back in his general direction, his deep in thought and content, you think you both have some kind of unspoken agreement in place. The shuffle of chair bring you back to reality as another one of the devs approaches the three of you. There's a dignified, stoic air about him as he comes closer, one that has you sitting up a little straighter, with your shoulders pulled back. You catch a whiff of coffee beans coming from his general direction, and now you're pretty sure that he's got the same crippling caffeine addiction that all people of this industry have the pleasure of experiencing. It would definitely explain how tired he's looking right now. And yet, his hair is still perfectly brushed in place and shines in a way that make most hair products brands jealous. Hey, it's about that time. The uptight image you had begun to build up in your head instantly shatters. The mellowness of his voice is so natural and soothing that it brings a smile to your face. It's true, he has a pretty natural voice. So he's looking pretty hardcore right here with his long hair and beard. Kind of like in whatever's going down here. He has his long old jacket and pants. Gooseman, come say hello to our new teammate. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
He turns to face you. I'm the Gooseman, Honk, etc. What was your name again? Sky. It's nice to meet you, Goose.
Huh?
Is nobody gonna mention his real name? No, it's more fun this way. The idea of you, the only one who doesn't know, is slightly embarrassing. You two sure know how to make a good impression. There's a hint of smile growing, but it never reaches his eye. It's Gustav. I'm the art director. At last. Now that to make an attempt at casual conversation without sounding like a potato. That's pretty cool. I have any ideas for the game yet? I do, but it's hard to describe my complex artistic vision in just a few words. Damn. Being an artist sounds hard. He sighs, stuffing his hands deep in his pockets. You bet it is. We're tortured souls, slaves to the whims of our creative minds, which sometimes decide to, in fact, not be creative at all. Then, under the pressure of the never-looming deadline, we pour our blood, sweat, and tears into the art, until we realize in absolute horror that we have to start all over again. And the very thought haunts us and stops our brains from functioning, and so the cycle continues. I need coffee. Stat. Gotcha. I don't know, maybe... Should I grab coffee, maybe? Do you think you're a bit crazy? Cease the bean juice. Maybe grab coffee later. That took an unexpected amount of cojones. An amount you didn't Cajones, sorry, that's the word. That took an unexpected amount of cajones, an amount you didn't think you had in you, to be honest. Huh. Um, he hesitates, slightly caught off guard. Sure, we can do that. We can do that. That might be nice. There's that hint of smile again, but this time it feels a little more genuine. Just as you began settling down comfortably amongst your new companions, the remaining two flame devs turned their attention towards their little group. Among them, of course, is Victor. Anxiety slowly coils up in the pit of your stomach. How are you supposed to tackle your introduction with him? You allow yourself a moment to take in just how much he's changed, and it's plain unfair. There has been verily kind to him, and worked some kind of miracle on his jawline to boot. His eyes, though tired, haven't lost a sparkle of energy in the slightest. Dusty old memories come flooding back, and although they don't hurt nearly as much, there's still a faint twinge in your heart. You hurry up and look away, concentrating on the mysterious purple man instead. There's something different about him, aside from his unique fashion sense, something you can't place. His eyes find yours very quickly, and much to your surprise, he smiles. This is suddenly a lot to take in.
Hey.
Skylar. Oh, Flip. I'm glad we can finally meet. How did he know? Oh, unless your boy's name is Skylar. Who? Something about that doesn't feel quite right. He catches on to your confusion quickly and frowns. I mean, Sky. Excuse me. Yo, that's crazy, bro. I can't believe my dude found out what name my name is. That's wild, bro. This is crazy. Alright. My name is Benjamin. Okay, my name is Benjamin. I take care of animations mostly. You decide to let things slide for now. That was probably nothing worth worrying over. He's so polite, it's kind of endearing, and it feels great to finally have a name for every face around you. When you risk another glance at in Victor's direction, so does Bengen. Okay, Bengen. The tension doesn't go unnoticed, and you scramble to keep up a facade of calm. Do you know each other already? The both of you rushed to answer, words colliding before one another. Anything coherent came out. Gustav's eyebrows dipped low. Oh boy. You guys got history or something? Then a light goes on his head. Wait. Is this the Sky you were talking about at some point? This is him? This is turning kind of messy really fast. I'd rather not talk about it. I think this is a kind of irrelevant. We're not here to gossip, right? Or at least not yet. You catch several of the devs itching to answer, but Bengen actually cuts in. He's right. It's really none of our business. You heave a quiet sigh of relief, but see Victor chewing on his lip nervously. Maybe he wanted to come out with it. No matter, you're not ready. Anyway, if you're going to ask and reduce gossip, I expect some return. Might have some stories for you later then. There's an evil twinkle in his eye that you can appreciate. So, anyway, you need some grub. I'm not starting work without any coffee or food in my system. Alright, we're gonna get some food. Alright, it's my boys. This is the Dreamboat team. Alright, I'm kinda interested in what's happening so far. Alright. The quick change of topic reminds you very much of your empty stomach. It growls in reminder of the breakfast you skipped this morning. Yeah, I agree. What are we getting? I know just the thing. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with these voices. Okay. I know just the thing. Gustav pulls out his phone and types a name into his browser at lightning fast speed. You're thinking about passions, aren't you? With an aggressive nod, he flashes the menu for you all to see. Mountains of greasy, delectable fast food. Prime game dev nutrition. As a game dev, I agree. Let's do it. Your stomach growls more in approval, and once you have all finished gathering up your essentials, you hit the road. crisp, icy winter air slips through the folds of your scarf. The walk towards passion is windy and uncomfortable, but never once do any of the fiery men bat an eye at this. You're aware that Vikings are supposed to be used to this weather, but isn't this a bit too far below zero? You try to pick up this pace, hoping the exercise might help keep you warm. How did all this happen, by the way? You gesture all the group in front of you. You're asking about Flamebait's dramatic backstory? Nicholas raises an eyebrow, falling into step next to you with Bengen. Something like that, I suppose. We were inexperienced nerds who happened to like making games and fire, and then it took off. We're still not sure why. Now we're slightly more experienced nerds. Huh. You say that, but we have moments where we run around like headless chickens. Indeed, our tales were fraught with obstacles, tragedies, and hardships that we could only overcome with nerves of steel. Yeah, remember that one time we ran out of coffee? Their banter goes on. Their banter goes back and forth, watching them from sidelines, making you feel like all warm and fuzzy inside. It's easy to see they care deeply for each other as colleagues. Soon, your ear picks up a different conversation up ahead. Victor, Gustav, and Matthias are engrossed in a debate about the game's topic. Yeah, a narrative-heavy game is tough to complete in a short amount of time, but we have to be ambitious. This could be our thing. You're too inefficient. Let's not overscope like we usually do, man. I have to say, I'm with Goose on this one. Would you be more fun to do something like a party game? Something chaotic. I can't believe you're bullying your boss. Oh, how will I recover from this? Matthias throws a peek over his shoulder, and when your eyes meet, he gives you a cheeky smile. Sky, I'm under attack. Help me out here. Don't try to charm him into backing you up, you sleazebag. Under attack? Really? As you debate on what exactly to answer, you notice Victor being eerily quiet. Something feels off, but you don't press it, you're almost there. Just a few minutes later, you arrive and the boys trickle into the local. Instantly, your nostrils are assaulted by the scent of sunflower oil, mustard, and toasted brioche buns. Brioche buns, I think. Mouth-watering has commenced. It's a decrepit place, though, for a place called Passions. There sure isn't any passion put into the decor. Washed out plastic seats, dirty windows, and menus that somehow find it acceptable to use Comic Sans as a font. It's everything a student could want, really, but you think you're past that point in your life by now. What to choose, though? You decide on a Swedish classic, a tunbrödsel. I hope I pronounced that right. A glorious tortilla wrap filled with mashed potatoes, sausages, and probably ketchup in there somewhere. Maybe some fresh herbs if they're lucky. Good choice. Behind you, Victor gives you a thumbs up. The silence still drags on for a little longer than you're comfortable with, but you end up returning a thumbs up. I'm experiencing real culture. Heck yeah. You return to your seat with one of the plastic platters, settling down as comfortably as possible in your seat. It's time to chow down. Now, who do you want to chat with while you scarf down your roll of mashed potatoes? Let's see, guys. I think I want to go with... I guess either Nicholas or Bengen. I'll go with Nicholas. You decide to enjoy your meal next to Nicholas, intent on getting your daily dose of peace and quiet. He's very caught up in his fries, barely even acknowledging your existence. It's only when you call his name that he finally looks up, waiting for you to speak first. Hey, Nicholas.
Hey.
Hello. So, you enjoying your food? The programmer stifles a chuckle. You don't have to force yourself to make small talk with me. Oh no, that's not... Oh no, that's not. Oh no, that's not what you meant to do at all. Well, I was hoping we could do a bit of getting to know each other. You know, for team building. You quickly correct yourself, hoping that didn't sound quite as awkward as you thought it did. For a split second, you could have sworn he was smirking at you, but if he did, he conceals it very well and returns to his usual poker face almost instantly. His long fingers tap slowly on the table's glossy surface. I play a lot of C&L. I'm hosting several campaigns, in fact. No way! You play Caves and Lizards? Which edition? The fourth, arguably the best. It's tough to get him to talk in general, but as soon as it involves games, he reveals a whole new, more excitable part of himself. It's kind of adorable. I'm not very familiar with that one. You should teach me something. Nicholas pauses, then meets your eyes. There's a lot to go over. We'd be stuck here for hours on end. Fine by me. Your answers come so quickly that you think you're coming across as overly eager, but how could you not? Nerding out with him is probably a lot of fun. Unexpectedly, his cheeks are dusting a slightly shade of pink. Then it's a deal, too. We'll duel and discuss the intricacies of caves and lizards. A deal, huh? But doesn't this sound a bit more like a date? But when you dare glance back at him, he back to munching his fries without a care in the world. And so, the minimal damage of your self-esteem's lunch slowly comes to a close. With everyone's stomach full, the trip back to Passions is considerably quieter, and the urge to nap creeps out. We should make sure we grab the keys to our room back at the motel, by the way. Victor reminds you that thanks to the very generous funding of the Flame Jam, all attendees gain access to the lovely accommodations next door to the venue. And by the lovely, you mean it's falling apart and you are usually empty because no client enjoys their stay enough to warrant a second visit. Or so you hear. Surely, it can't be that bad. We should, and then straight back to brainstorming. We got a lot of work cut out for us, gang. Speaking of which, we've never asked you what you do as a game dev guy. What's your area's expertise? Uh-oh. Actually, I'm not sure. Huh? I've tried many different things, but I didn't think I would settle on one title that fits me best. That's okay, you can just make up your mind while brainstorming and see what you'll most likely help with. This idea quickly puts your racing heart at ease. It'll be a lot more fun if you can test the waters first. Not like it'll make your final choice any easier, but you can have a try. The rest of the walk back is just numbingly cold, but this time the idea of campfire motel's warmth keeps you going. The thought of gathering around the fireplace at the lobby with everyone is deeply comforting. The doors are already in plain view, calling your name, inviting you in, tempting you with the embrace. Reality, however, isn't quite as glorious as you imagined it to be. The air feels thick and stagnant, beyond the dust hanging midair. Afternoon light filters through thick, moth-eating curtains, bathing the reception in a deceptively warm, comforting glow. Despite the golden, dusky hues, with a chill swirling around, likely from the poorly isolated windows, instant breaking you out of your dreams of warmth. You suppress a sneeze and take in the rest of the locale. Stacks of old, untouched books, paintings that likely haven't been replaced in decades, and a couch that looks worthy of an afternoon nap. Well, actually, this place might not be so bad after all. Sure, the lack of an actual campfire is nothing short of a heartbreaking, but you're sure that this place will treat you decently this week. Unbothered, Began makes his way up to the reception and pulls out a credit card with a flourish. The keys to the reserved flame rooms, if you please. Certainly. The man behind the counter takes the card and returns it promptly with a set of keys that have been decorated with glittery campfire-shaped charms. You've never felt more betrayed by an inanimate object. When he returns, the animator passes around the keys, and when he turns to face you, he holds out his empty hands, apologetic. I'm very sorry, Sky, but we failed to reserve you a room. Your heart sinks. Oh, it is. It is unfortunate, but you'll have to pick whose room to stay in. Well, sweet pea, man, you didn't have to toss me in so early. What? How? Oh no. You're sure that your face has cycled through several expressions by now, going from surprise to shock to embarrassment that only a high schooler could experience. But you fumble, unable to come up with a reply. But that's a joke. I'm just kidding. Bacon produces one last key seemingly out of thin air. What? The humiliation almost knocks the wind straight out of you, and you need to make a conscious effort to keep your grip around the key. The urge to run and stick your head in the sand and forget about everything that just happened seizes you once more. But you have to stand your ground. You can't let a bit of embarrassment bruise your ego. Yeah, haha, good. It's a good one.
Ugh.
Dude, not cool. I suppose that was a little much. I'm truly sorry, Sky. Well, I suppose I can forgive you. On the other side, you're pretty sure that the rest of the devs are trying their best to stay out of the whatever just happened. Except Matthias, who's about to comment something but promptly receives an elbowing in the side, courtesy of his brother. They certainly know how to keep you on your toes. You're ready to leave the icy building and the blushing behind you. After all, they're really a busy week ahead of you. After a few more minutes of fumbling around, you make your way back to the venue, determined to brainstorm the best possible concept for this jam. It's alive with energy in there. With groups already forming around hundreds of tables with a wide variety of people, everyone is desperate to have enough programmers and artists on their team. On your end, the process has already begun. Papers are scattered all over the table surface, markers, drawing, bold circles around hastily scrawled down words and concepts, and everyone is ready to pitch their ideas. But what about you? Who are you going to hang with for the first part of the brainstorm? I feel like it would have been better if they gave me who does what again? So I know he does art. He's boss man. I guess music is Victor. Animations. I want to do game design because that's what I do in real life. So maybe I'll still chat with Nicholas, Nicholas. You scooch next to him, clutching onto your laptop with determination.
Hey.
Sky. He returns your gaze and takes a few seconds to assess you. Do you really think you'll be able to handle the spaghetti? You nod, eager to improve your skills, Oh, right, he does coding, dang it! Should check out another one. Or, well, the little skills you picked up from that shoddy code classes you attend in the past. I think so. What about you? Can you handle it? Oh-ho. He furrows his brow. Underestimating me, are you? No! That's a lie, mostly because you want to poke fun at him, but the twitch of your lips betrays you. It's it's all worth it, though. His expression warms your heart. Nicholas skims through a folder of already preparing files and templates. Sorry, guys. Got little coughs in here. You wound me. Allow me to prove you otherwise as soon as we finish brainstorming for ideas. But, tut, patience. Much to your surprise, he too has the capacity to wink. As your cheeks grow hot, you wonder if this just runs in their family. The silence between you stretches into minutes and eventually half an hour, and you scribble down ideas, semi-distracted by how calm the man next to you is. He's barely batting an eyelid. Is he even human? Why are you the only one who's being affected this much? It's not something on your mind? Nope. Without delivering his eyes with the screen, he smiles yet again.
Oh?
Could have sworn I could feel you burning holes into my side of my head. Must have been your imagination. The first part of the brainstorm is over, and you decide to regroup after a short break. Who will you join for the last part of the brainstorming? Okay, so I hanged out with Nicholas a lot, and I think my next interest would be Gustav, because I think he looks pretty hardcore. Either or Aaron. Maybe I could go to Aaron. You know what, Gustav. Let's just hang out with Gustav. You go take a seat near Gustav. The more the merrier, right? Sure. He doesn't sound especially convinced, but he clears a bit of space for you. It's amazing how cluttered even brainstorming can get. The two of you sit down with Bengen to continue hashing out art and building quite the collection of browser tabs as you go. Progress halts when it comes to time to actually starting making a baguette, though. Oh god, the crust. The crust. You're neck deep in baguette pictures, illustrations of bread, photos of boulangeries? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Baking tutorial videos, and a funny picture of a dog in a cowboy hat. The last one may just be for you. Who knew that bread was so complicated? The French. You can't tell if Gustave's answer comes from a place of deep desire or deep anger, but you've got no energy to unpack it. I need a second to not think about bread. You stand up, your joints popping as you stretch. Feels good. Wanna get some bean juice? Yes. You'd almost laugh at how serious he's being, but you know better now. Bean juice is serious. There's a couple of vending machines down the hall off the main jam space. They were very popular earlier in the day, but now no one goes. But now there's no one there to get in your way. Gustav goes straight for his target, the coffee machine. It only makes a cheap, bad coffee, but it does the job. You stand a little further back, looking at all your options. Your head feels a lot clearer now that you're looking at something besides pictures of bread. I needed this. Yeah, we needed a break. He taps some buttons on the machines and it hums to life. It's crazy how much there is to think about just in bread. It's a miracle anyone makes video games. It's an infinite pit. There's always more to learn and understand, and it's impossible to really understand anything. And that's if the world is even real in the first place. Probably? You're not sure you've got the juice to talk philosophy. Well, we all think the world is real, but the more powerful computers get, the more likely it is that we're living in a simulation. I'm wondering if there's another universe above ours, the real one. The one we'll never know about or understand. The universe is infinite, Sky. It doesn't matter how much we know. In the face of infinite, it's nothing. Or less than dust. Fake simulated dust, even. He stops talking. The coffee machine is pouring. There's an unbearable awkwardness sinking in. You gotta say something. Shoot, bro. I don't know what to say. Like, it feels better off your chest because I don't really understand what my Gustav is. I get it, but I kind of just don't want to, like, edge him on, maybe, you know? You okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Got it out of your system? Yeah. For now. Got your bean juice? Got it. You take a second to get something for yourself, then the two of you start heading back. Thanks for listening. It can be a lot. Not everyone is willing to listen. It is a lot, but if it helps, I can listen. And now we get back to the crust. No, not the crust! And the crumb. Ugh, the crumb. Being an artist is suffering. Sure is. Refreshments retrieved, you got back to work with some new energy. Before you know it, the day has come to a close, and it's time for everyone to wrap up. What a day it's been. The Flamebait devs turn to face you. The air is brimming with energy, and there's only one thing left to do. Decide on what you want to work on. With who? You could work on the game design with Matthias. Dang it! Matthias was the game designer. Gosh dang it. Maybe I might do another playthrough, guys. I don't know. Maybe, we'll see. And see what he's hiding behind his facade of bad jokes. Maybe you're more fit to be a programmer, entangling spaghetti code and sharing obscure lore with Nicholas. Doesn't sound too bad. And what if animation is your calling? You could take it as an excuse to go watch movies with Bengen. You could unleash your inner artist too and find out if Gustav will ever open his heart up to you. Or you could ditch everything and work on audio, maybe even reconcile with Victor. Have you made up your choice yet, Sky? Yeah, it's almost time to start for real now. Has your mind been made up yet? You're not sure. Or maybe you are, and your nervous knot in your throat stops you from speaking it out loud. We're happy to have you on the team, Sky. Hurry up, we don't have all day. Their presence surrounds you, warms your heart. And then you take a deep breath. Who are you going to develop games and feelings with? Flamebait dating sim, let's develop games and feelings. There you go, Rotten Raccoons production. So that is the end of the game, guys. And now you just get to see who all did what. I actually really enjoyed it. I think I will maybe play it again. Just to see like the other how everyone else acts, you know. Maybe if you guys liked this rendition, I could showcase it to you again of the other characters. Well, it's pretty fun. It was a pretty fun game. I like the story. The music is wow. Music is really getting me, you know. I feel like it really matches the moments, you know. And I feel like the people who truly did these who did these lines is did very well. You know, I really appreciated this game. It was really nice. I know I haven't played dating sims in a long time, but playing this might encourage me to play more dating sims. So you never know. If you have any requests for dating sim games, just let me know, and I will play them. You know, try and get my hands on it and play it. Oh, it's nice. That's nice. Whoever did this, they did good. They did a good job making this game. So, yeah, I expect to see more maybe from the same group. Yep. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's been pretty long of a gameplay view, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope next time you guys, you know, I don't know. Hopefully next time you guys stay, I don't know, whatever. Stay good, peeps. And come back next time on another segment if I come out with one. Alright, take it easy. Chill.